Hey everybody, it's Alec with Spexigon, and I'm going to show you guys today a few helpful tips and tricks about flying using the Spexigon app and how to do so safely and effectively from a few different locations. So this is my rooftop deck, and it's one of the best places in the city to test flying Spexigons because you can see this amazing view of airspace literally everywhere. And this is where I do a lot of my flight testing. But I know this isn't exactly a representative place of all of places that you guys would fly. So we're going to start up here, show you how to fly, and then we're going to go down to the neighborhood and show you how to fly from the neighborhood too within the houses. So now that you are ready to go fly, the first thing is you want to make sure that you're all set up in the Spexigon app. So you need to have downloaded the app, set up your wallet and your account, and make sure you're a verified pilot. All of those details are in the standard operating procedures document, or the SOP, that you'll have access to. And if you have any questions about any of that, please reach out to us on Discord or email and we'll help you. Really important that you're all verified and set up in the app before you start flying. So now that you're set up in the Spexigon app, you're a verified pilot, let's get flying. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the drone. You guys should know how to do this already, obviously. Open up the drone. And let's turn it on. What are we making sure that we have? An SD card, always. Don't know how many times I've forgotten the SD card. Remember the SD card. Next, we turn on the controller. Of course, it's going to connect to the drone. Okay, now that the controller and the drone is on, it's time to connect the phone to the controller. And so the first thing you want to do is make sure that all the apps are closed on the phone. So no apps open. And then we simply connect the controller to the phone. It's going to give you a list of apps to use. We're going to go Spexigon just once. And it's going to sit through its flight screen, log in, and it's going to move to your location. So you can see the DJI Mini 2 is connected. We're looking good. And so you can see here, this is all the Spexigons in my area that I can fly. The blue dot represents where we are. I'm going to choose the Spexigon closest to us, which is the one we're in, and we're going to select the flight. Now we're in the flight screen, so we're almost ready to fly. You can see all the Spexigon locations, the panel locations, excuse me, the drone icon where we are, and our health metrics. So I've got 48% of battery. That's enough to fly one Spexigon, not enough to fly two probably, but we can definitely fly one. And before I hit the fly button, I'm going to make sure that the airspace is clear, that there's nothing directly above me that would prevent a safe takeoff, and then I'm gonna have line of sight to the drone as I fly. And so I can see nothing above me, really clear area around me. We're gonna go ahead and fly. So simply, I'm gonna make sure the drone's clear down there. I'm gonna hit fly. And away we go. Hey guys, so we're in the middle of flying our Spexigon. We're at our third panel location and everything's going really well. We have really good weather, there's not much wind, there's no rain, good visibility, and we've got great line of sight to the drone. Everything's going really well. However, we are in the testing alpha phase of Spexigon and you guys are helping us test, which means sometimes our app, although it's very good, will not always perform exactly as you expect. And one of the things that could happen is the app could crash or the app could freeze. And what do you do if that happens? Well, the first thing is don't panic, don't worry. The drone will just sit there and hover wherever the app crashed or froze. And so also because the drones have return to home functionality within them, if the battery gets too low, they will come back to where the drone took off. So don't panic. What you need to do is simply close the app, navigate to the Spexigon app again, click it, and restart the app. The app will restart, connect to the drone, and you'll be able to see exactly where you picked off from where you left off. But the main thing is just don't panic. It's okay. Close the app, restart it again, and you'll be back in business. Hey everybody, so we switched locations. We finished the Spexigon up on my roof. We landed the drone, put her back together, and we're gonna shift to another Spexigon. I live in East Vancouver. As you can see around me, it's like pretty tree. There's like lots of big houses all around. So it's actually a really good place to test like more urban, trickier Spexigon flying, if you will. So the first thing is you're going to select a launch location. So ideally, there's not too many people around. I mean, if there are, to say, hey, I'm about to launch a little drone, just please give me a little space. People are really friendly when it comes to that stuff for the most part. So find a location. You want to make sure it's clear above you and that you have decent view of the space around you. Remember, you can move around a little bit when you're flying a Spexigon, but ideally you stay close to where you launched in case you have to RTH, the drone's gonna come back. You'll notice in our app, there's a feature to actually update your home point. However, it doesn't always work, and there's a few factors that depend on how that home point gets updated. So remember, where you launch from is mostly where the drone's gonna come back for RTH. So next, we're gonna set up the drone from the urban location and we'll launch. Okay guys, we're just about to launch. And so again, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make sure above us is clear, no one's really around. And if they are, it's okay, just wait for people to leave, it's no problem. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off. So this time I'm gonna take off manually and then engage the Spexigon. So I'm gonna click engage props and we're gonna take off. So drone's above me, I'm in full manual control right now. And I'm gonna check the hover. It's looking good. Now I'm gonna engage the Spexigon. And away it goes. And remember, everything above me is clear, one around me, it's no problem. Another good thing to remember, if for whatever reason I need to take back manual control of this drone out of the Spexigon flight, which it's currently in, and as you can see, it's pretty chill, you either pull down on the left stick, that will give you back manual control. You can change the mode on the controller, that will give you back manual control, or you can hit the pause button on the app, give you back manual control. And last thing, of course, when in doubt, if anything is in doubt, hold the RTH button on the controller. This is what gets you home. RTH on the controller brings you back. So in fact, let's do it right now. Okay, we want the drone to come home. It just took off and it flew that way because it's going to that Spexigon. It's gonna start bringing its butt back here. Here it is. Okay, drone's back. So we just showed you how to RTH it. And of course you can do that manually by flying on here. You guys will all know this, you guys know what you're doing. One last thing that's really important to remember. Once you're done flying for the day, there's two key steps. You upload flight records and then you upload your data. It's all in the SOP. If you have any questions, let us know. But the flight records come from the drone and the phone, upload into the blockchain, and then the data is the images that go into the Spexigon web app. So flight records, then data, then you get paid. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a lot of fun, and we can't wait to see you guys in the field.